Okay, guys, I stumbled upon an Eastern Bullet tournament, and usually this tournament is 1 hour, but I came 33 minutes late. So, and my first game, this is my first game of the day, and he obviously didn't show up. So, I proceeded in going back to the tournament and waiting for my next game to start. And very quickly, less than I expected, it began. The moment I saw this guy's rating, I was more determined to win this than win the tournament. And I was so focused just until someone beside me actually called me and, you know, distracted me. And I pre-moved a knight move and hung my bishop. Now I was like, okay, there's still hope. I can still do something until I captured this knight and noticed that I have fallen for tactics. Now, from here going forward, you can notice that I was struggling really bad, and due to the previous two blunders, sorry, one pre-move and one blunder, I totally lost my sense of reasoning as as you just seen a few moves now. Capture with the rook, allowing I just lost my sense of reasoning. That is why blunders hot more than breakfast, more than breakup. You get. And due to time pressure, I moved my knight back. And when I moved my knight back, I saw that he can take, and when I take with my knight, he can sacrifice his rook because he can give a check back and forth and pin my rook to my king. But I've already played it and there's little or nothing I can do, so I had to resign. Now over to the next match. And as usual, I opened this game with my normal e4, going for the real Lopez, waiting for what he would do. And the moment he played this, I said, let me go with the two knight variation. And everything was all looking good. And I was kind of comfortable until I made this capture. Now, according to the engine, it prefers that I capture first before I castle first before making that capture. But I've already done it and I can't take back my moves. So in this position, he sacrificed his bishop, and I actually didn't see the threat before I captured. And after I captured, I started calculating the possible variations. Now, to be very honest with you, the best move in this position is to sacrifice back my knight on g5. And the moment he captures with the pawn, I capture the pawn on g4. But in this position, I didn't think it through, so I went for this variation and I saw that it's not stoppable, so I gave up my knight and captured. hoping that hoping that after he takes and gives a check, I'll just move my king up. But how wrong was I? Now, in this particular position, I've seen this knight sacrifice a couple of times, and I set up a small trap that if he doesn't defend the knight, the queen, I can just check the king and pick up the queen for free. Or as Eric Rosen will say it, all know my queen. A part of me didn't just find my position very attractive as I put all my energy into trick which white didn't fall for. Now I'm being bamboozled by his pawns and my position is not one I wish for. I must admit guys, the distraction I was getting while I was playing this tournament was really very discouraging as I had little or no time to even focus. My moves were so unprocessed and I will fix that in my next tournament. And lest I forget, if you have watched this far into the video, please, for the sake of my content blowing up, please give it a like and you can subscribe. But please give it a like. I beg you with everything you hold sacred. Please like the video. After losing this game, I decided to check how many games I have won, and I was actually contemplating, stopping the tournament as the distraction from the sides are too much. But I said I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna continue despite the distraction. And honestly, I didn't see his rating when we started, but I could have known from the way he played the game, and I decided to be principled about this. Usually, I wanted to sacrifice my pawn on d4 and win the one on g4, but I decided to be principled about this. And from here, I actually liked my position. In as much as this looks like an attack, there's actually no attack here. If he has captured with the rook, then there would have been chances for an attack, but since he captured with the queen, there's really no with the pawn, there's really no attack here, as the pawn even acts as a shield to my king. And he just hung his knight and I gladly took it. Now he hung his rook too, but I'm not sure capturing this is the best move according to the engine, as my three pieces are not developed. But nevertheless, I still took our time to focus queen and king, and this was the side when I decided that I am totally winning. But the question was simple: how do I proceed from here? And I saw that I can keep on making threats, and just by making threats, I will, get a better position. As I am up on the clock and I'm also up on the board, like there was no way, or there's no way I could have blundered this, right? And I finally set the last trap, and there's actually nothing he could do. He could prolong it, but all road leads to mates. Now, to be honest, I was not satisfied with my win, not just because he's the lower rated player or because they gave me +1, but because I have lost too many games to be excited. Okay guys, come with me and give me emotional and mental support as I play this game, and I believe with your support, I will definitely win this one. Now, I was actually enjoying my position as my position looked highly playable, and I was thinking of the concrete plan until black did this. What? How in the world do you castle queen side when your queen side is highly exposed? And immediately I started chipping up black's defenses with the move a4. And I was so confident that my attack is so strong. Not only do I have an attack, but if I can get my knight to d4 and into a6, that is a fork already. But come on, I wanted more, right? I didn't want to settle for less. First of all, I attacked the pawn, and I was highly sure that I'm winning this pawn, as there is little or nothing black can do to protect the pawn without compromising his position. Now at this position, this is where I had to think, if I capture this black's knight, he can capture back with the d pawn, and thereby the rook is open and can defend with rook to d6. So I didn't want all of that, so I first of all moved my rook in, you know, and actually I don't mind the doubled pawns. And the moment he did this, I knew I was winning, as the goal was simply to sacrifice my rook down. And this sacrifice is so lit that I'll use it in one of my short videos, and and it just led to checkmate. Boom, and checkmate. And I also want to thank you guys, because before the video I actually summoned you guys, my viewers, to help me win this match, and obviously I've won it. So thank you guys for all you do. Thank you for watching. If you skipped this part, if you watched through it, thank you that way. Let's dive right into this game. Okay, and he opened with e4. Obviously I'll open with e4 too, and you can tell from the way we are playing, this is all opening prep, and not really the best of preps, but it's definitely standard to some extent. And this is where I felt that I had a better position, and after all said and done, obviously I won't accept it, and he'll push it further here to block my bishop and gain more space in the towards the king side. And actually, I'll give you a little spoiler, I did not win this match, but watch the end, because I played pretty standard, and it was not the best of games, but it was definitely worth, watching. And here I had to take, because there was really nothing I could do. I could not afford him taking and making me to take back, thereby opening two of my files, the h file and the g file. So after he took, I played this to sacrifice a pawn and block his own pawn from coming, and he actually traded. Okay, he didn't trade, and I was feeling that my position is better. He has to trade at some point. He didn't still trade. I was feeling that my position is better, and I was doing everything I could to just make him trade, because the moment he trades, I am definitely winning that, because his rook on the b file, it's not active at all, and I can mount all my pressure and win back that h pawn. As you can see from here, very quickly I won back that pawn, like with no stress at all. Now some of you be wondering, but he said he didn't win this game, how couldn't he have won this game from here? See, I did everything possible to make sure that I'm winning this game, and this is just where I blundered, right there, and I lost on time. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you. We'll see you very soon. Thank you for watching. Peace out.